What's up, everyone? How's everybody doing tonight? We are just kind of rushing to get the stream running. Get up the crypto bubbles. All right. Well, welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. A lot of things going on today. I am rushing to get in here and get this all set up. Oh, no, what's that? What's with the microphone? Hopefully that fixed the microphone here. Yeah, that microphone was sounding choppy. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everybody who's watching. I'm gonna get this figured out. What's up, JMB? I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. No, microphone's still sounding choppy. Yeah, hold on 1 second, everybody. I don't know why it's doing this. Always trying to remember what I did last time to fix it. I don't know. Cryptomaniac says, is it plugged in all the way? I mean, I definitely have done like nothing to it since the last time I used it, so it should be fine. Of course, I have to wait for the stream to catch up a little bit here. Come on. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, I just got to keep talking for a second so that I can hear it come through. This is a weird issue, so I don't even know exactly what to do for it. I may have to restart. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and restart. You'll see it pop back up. If you get kicked off the video for some reason, just come right back to the video. It'll look the exact same. Alright, let's see if this is any better. Again, I have to kind of wait for the stream to catch up before I know. Good now? Yeah. So what I did was just, yeah. Yep. All right, let me turn where I can hear myself off now. All right, we're good. Yeah, I just closed the streaming platform and reopened it, and it was magically fine. Who would have thought that was possible? So, how's everybody feeling tonight? I see some new faces. We got Face Value, Chunky Gorilla 1. What's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight? Tonight we're going to be talking about L1s. I was a little rushed to put the stream together, but I thought L1s is perfect because we did an L1 stream before, layer 1s. If you're not familiar, Bitcoin, Ethereum are layer 1s, but we're not going to be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum necessarily. I want to look at all the really small L1s that we normally don't get to. Blues guy in the house. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad that I didn't have to end the stream on everybody. That would have sucked. And I'm glad that everybody's out here tonight. Who are we missing? Missing Orhan. I haven't seen Orhan in a day or so. Hopefully he's doing well. And so we got Cake at 15.1% as really the biggest gainer of the day, I would have to say. And that's really it. I mean, everything started taking a turn for the worse. Today has been mostly a pullback day. Finally hit my stop loss in my trade, so that's how I knew we were pulling back today. I spent most of the day on the road, as I had told you guys. I had to do some running around. Had to go up to Miami. All right, and let's duplicate this out, and let's do our usual kind of top-down rundown here. Look at where everything's at. Where's Bitcoin? So yeah, BTC 121,555. So Face Value says BNB has been on me. How was your trip to the airport to pick up the man? Thanks for asking, Blues Guy. It was really good. I almost thought we were gonna run out of gas at one point. If you're not familiar with the area, you wouldn't know there's this long stretch of road called Alligator Alley where you basically go through the Everglades, and there's no gas stations or anything. And we was getting a little low on gas. Miami is a mess. So it was good though. Said I try to show up to every stream. Hey, Crypto Maniac, I love that kind of dedication. I do. That's what's up. MVP points to Crypto Maniac. All right. So what else do we got going on? Ethereum 4,458, but BNB, and somebody said something, says BNB has been on one. Yeah, Face Value, it sure has. I mean, it's up to 1,311. Is this going to do some serious numbers in the next couple of months? I don't know. Very possible. XRP $2.86. If we could just get back to that $3. Anybody see the stuff where Swift said they're going to come out with their own I don't know, their own blockchain or whatever, their own ledger, and then they're like, see, told you all you XRP people, it's not going to happen. Swift's going to use its own ledger and it's not going to use XRP. Anybody see any of that kind of stuff? I thought that was interesting. Solana at 220. Dogecoin for 24 cents. Cardano 82 cents. Chainlink $21.87. Sui $3.46. Hyperliquid $45.13. Hashdara or HBAR 21 cents, almost 22 cents really. And what's going on in the chat? CZ pumping it? Could be, very well could be. It's a huge market cap though. All right, so we're caught up on that. And yeah, we kind of going over the price. Not as much fun when we're kind of pulling back, right? Oh, wow. So Undead Games is actually trending again. It had gone away for a couple of days. Anybody get wrecked today trading? With this pullback? I mean, I guess we were going to have a correction at some point, right? Even if it's just kind of like a local correction. Avant got crushed. Yeah, I'm sure. How did Aster hold up? Here, I'll go back to it in a minute. So yeah, Undead Games, $1.90. Had this big pump from $1.19, just literally straight vertical out of nowhere, which is sketchy. It's weird. It's weird that it did that. Let's go to the max chart. Tends to move like that, though. It looks like just these big, straight pushes. Doesn't look like the most natural thing, though. This is an interesting project. We've gone over it several times. Let's go back because I want to see what happened to Avant and Aster. And how's the music? Is the music too loud? Not loud enough? How's it doing? Also, for Face Value and Chunky Gorilla, if for some reason you're not in the Discord link in the description, hop on in, join the community, and we will continue conversations when we are not live. Okay, so let's check out this Aster on the 24-hour. What did we do today? Really, let's look at the 7-day. Might be more helpful here. Had that high at $2.27, and then, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty flaggish, honestly. 3.4 billion. And, I mean, we know what Aster is. We've been diving it. For anybody who's new here, it says music is quiet. Okay. All right, I turned it up a bit. You're welcome, Face Value. Yeah, that link to the Discord is in the description. If for some reason it doesn't work, let me know. I'll fix it immediately. I don't know why that trying to hear if the music got better. I don't know why they have to change the link to the Discord like almost daily. That makes no sense to me, but we're trying to keep up with it and make sure you got the right one. But I really did have to rush to get this stream put together today. Came home from driving back and forth to Miami airport. Tried to catch a little nap, and then of course woke up like in a frantic, I gotta get the stream ready. But okay, he says it worked. Awesome. It's good to know. Appreciate that feedback there. He's on it. So let's see if we got anything new going on here before we hop into those layer ones. We looked at this yesterday, and yesterday I felt like this was probably one of the more interesting things that we had looked at, this Cajun. $53.2 million in its market cap, so still pretty small. If you pull up the 7-day chart, it is definitely down, and being a new, smaller coin, you're definitely going to see it go down when the market pulls back. It doesn't have a lot of history here. I mean, that is the chart from October 7th, 2025. Didn't we look at this yesterday? Or was it? Now I'm trying to remember. Did this coin not have a price chart for us yesterday? I'm pretty sure it did. But CoinGecko's saying that it just came out. I believe we were looking at it at Crypto Rank, so maybe they just added this today to CoinGecko. That would make a lot of sense. Is that an Aptos? BNB, and is that Aptos? Is that the ecosystem? Or do they have their own ecosystem? I'm trying to remember. Binance Alpha Spotlight, decentralized identifier. And remember, this was like for games. Almost like how like on PlayStation you have your gamer tag and stuff. Here's the website. It says Verified Distribution Protocol. We call it Verify. And I only went over this one time, so forgive me if I don't remember every little detail about it. Crypto Maniac says, that's good. Got to be fun to hang out with Sam. Yeah, it always is. It's always a great time. So we are transforming the distribution infrastructure for the digital economy, powered by verified real users. Our reputation framework lets us own their digital identities while businesses grow with speed and trust. Focused on AI, gaming, DeFi, consumer app, our mission is to create fair and transparent ecosystems for everyone. So what categories are we talking about here? AI, gaming, and DeFi, right? And consumer apps. And they do have kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, a Web3 that you can launch. But it also isn't kind of Web3 at the same time. So when you go to log in, you log in with Google or X, and there's no wallet to connect. So that's weird. as far as Web3 goes. So it's not really Web3. This is still very much more Web2. But they're going for a lot of gamers and stuff like that. Your average gamer, your Call of Duty player, it comes here and they go to log in and it's just a wallet. They might have no idea what to do. So I guess if they're trying to onboard people, then this would make a lot of sense. Mint your collection on-chain identity. So the Kratos Gamer Network token 53% fall on its launch day is a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of the crypto market. Even the projects backed by significant capital. Thank you very much for that, Blues guy. He is on it always. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Super not uncommon. If you launch your coin and then the market decides to pull back, you're gonna get whooped a little bit. Still a tiny market cap. I don't know if I would, and I don't give financial advice, but I'm just talking about my own personal self. I'm not ready to buy it, but it does look interesting, and I kind of want to keep it on the radar. Starting to get a little bit of a pullback for BTC, a little bit of a correction, but we're still above that 1 hour 200. So for me personally, right now, I'm not freaking out. We'll see. We will catch it as it continues to fall in price action and break 200s on different time frames. Then I will be more concerned about it. All right, where am I going? I want to check the fear and greed index. So the fear and greed index is only at 70. That's good. All right, up to date on the chat. Let's go to coins. Let's go to trending. And let's see if it says anything different. So let's see if we see any coins that we haven't been seeing. Looks like a lot of the same coins. We are definitely all over what's trending, for sure. That's why I'm glad today we have a topic and things to go over. What is a layer 1 blockchain? Raise your crypto IQ here at Underground Crypto. And no, it doesn't mean look at me, I'm so smart, let me tell you all the stuff that you don't know. It's just mostly growing and learning new things together. We talk about all kinds of concepts like modular blockchains, atomic swap versus a bridge, layer 1s, layer 0s, a layer 3, a layer 2. We have focus streams where we focus on certain ideas and topics, and I really don't see much. Really, the best place to find new projects that are going on that are relevant, because you can find tons of new projects, let's keep it real, but they have to be kind of relevant, is your top gainers, top losers. And we are going to get into the L1s, but I don't want to rush it and miss something that we should have on our radar, right? So the number 1 gainer of the day is in Chinese or Japanese or Korean. I have no idea. Forgive my ignorance. I am American. I have no idea what that is or what it says. Monero looks like it could do something. Okay, face value. So Monero looks like it could do something. I'll pull it up for a second. Let's check it out. I love when the community's involved. I love when people say things in the chat that they want to go over. So let's check out Monero. And I don't really do a lot of TA, but I can kind of look at it and see what we think. I probably shouldn't have gone to the max chart. That's going to be way too zoomed out. Let's go to like the monthly. Yeah, I do see kind of that pullback with a nice little bounce right there at 315. I mean, if you don't know what Monero is, it is a privacy coin for anybody who's watching and maybe doesn't know what it is. Has $5.8 billion in market cap. Is it the chosen privacy coin? How do people feel about privacy coins? A lot of times when it comes to privacy coins, people are a little hesitant because of the way regulation has been and how the regulator, sorry, I need my drink, the way the regulator tends to come down, but we've just had a change of guard, at least here in America, which affects the entire world. So we're not near as worried anymore, I guess. But I don't know if that means that privacy coins got the green light, like they're good to go. I'm not sure about that. So that's yet to be seen. Smart contract, layer 1. It is a layer 1, technically. As far as talking about layer 1s today, that looks pretty good. Proof of work. So, proof of work, proof of liquidity, proof of stake, proof of useful work, proof of useful liquidity. What do all of those different terms mean? That's just how the blockchain operates itself. Glad you brought that up. Yeah, Monero looks pretty interesting. I mean, we're going to need BTC to cooperate if you're going to get a pump out of it, though. Face Value says, good take. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So, Blues guy coming in with the info to back me up here. He says, Layer 1 blockchain is the base or main blockchain or network of a blockchain system, handling fundamental operations like transactions, processing, validating, and maintaining consensus without relying on other. Yeah, exactly. It's like its own self-contained little processor. Feels like BNB is going to do the unexpected story of the cycle. Maybe. NW, yeah, I mean, definitely. It's feeling that way. I mean, it had a great run when a lot of things weren't really doing much, right? And then all of a sudden, it just took off. So I don't really know what to say about this coin. I guess mostly because it's like in Chinese or something. But it's at $339.6 million in market cap. I mean, it's got this little pullback here. Looks like a falling wedge in my opinion. Not that I've spent a lot of time looking at it, just from a glance. 1 billion max supply and circulating supply, the exact same. So all the tokens are vested. I don't know if this is like a meme coin or something. It is on BNB. Obviously, it's not, English. It's not American or anything like that. It looks like it's a meme coin. It did get the Binance Alpha Spotlight. I don't know why I wanted to say that 6 different ways. BNB and TRX, it's that CPP money. Yeah, maybe. Blues guy was just talking the other day that Tron looked like it wanted to run. Tron, not my favorite coin in the game, but like you said, it has that kind of CPP money. And maybe they're ready to pump this thing. $32 billion in its market cap. Still relatively small, being an older coin that's bigger and still relevant if you go to compare it, to, I don't know, other coins that are older and still relevant. It's still got a pretty small market cap. Let's go to the 3-month here. So yeah, it's been trending up. Then mostly going sideways. So maybe it's ready for another leg up. Like I said, Tron's not one that I watch very often. Definitely not something I use. I use Binance Smart Chain quite a bit. So let's get back into these top gainers. We got CZ's dog, Broccoli. Are we going to see the Binanceans on here? Binanceans is just a meme coin that we bought on Mexi Global's Spotlight, or Alpha is what they call it. Didn't see a lot of super interesting coins, but I guess we could go over it. What is CZ's dog? Just another meme coin. $48.4 million in market cap, though. Didn't they already do Broccoli? I've definitely heard of this. Let's go to the max chart. Wasn't sure if this is the same coin or if somebody made another one. Yeah, at one point it had $103 million in its market cap and was worth about 10 cents. It's kind of like when it came out. And of course it fell down, but it's getting these little pumps. Let's see what the website looks like for Broccoli. Is helping its stray animal friends. Is this like another charity thing? Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. Of course, I love helping the four-legged friends there. I think that's great. Just the history with the charity coins out here is not good as far as in the past. Most charity coins have gone down. Anybody remember a coin that was like charity coin called Water? Remember, I did a review of it one time. It was like about getting water for people around the world. Never heard anything about it ever again. Did they steal all the money and run away? Don't really know. So this is Mashita. Chart looks like it's absolutely ripping, but they have kind of a warning here. What does it say? This contract invokes functions from other contracts during the execution of its primary method. This depends on external contract introduces potential risks such as re-entry attacks, access control issues, and dependencies on vulnerable contracts. Okay, I've never seen it give this one. Please exercise caution when trading this coin. I've never seen that that warning before from CoinGecko, so that's pretty interesting. $212.1 million in its market cap. Let's check out its website. Again, when the top gainers is pretty much anything that caught a little bit of a pump, right? So you're going to get like the good and the bad. You're going to get the gems and you're going to get the absolute rug pulls in the top gainers, top losers a lot of the time. AI-powered dApps for on-chain economy, a new, smarter way to utilize your digital assets. So, he says, is it just me or we got more people joining Underground Crypto? Yeah, it does look that way. It's starting to really heat up. I appreciate everybody who comes to the stream, who joins the Discord, who watches the video. It's what it's all about. We're really about community here. It's not about, oh, look at me. It's about community and us growing together. So this Mashita says the #1 smart money DeFi platform powered by AI. Have we heard that sentence before anywhere? For all of my underground cryptians, I feel like we see that same idea and sentence on so many websites right now. So who's really #1 is the question. After exploring innovations in SocialFi, GameFi, and NFTFi, Mashita is now deploying Master P as a singular focus, providing AI-powered DeFi products designed to maximize returns for our users. Accumulate Master P and growth profile by participating in our liquidity pools. So I guess Master P is the token. Very interesting. At least I think it's the token. Or is the token Mashita? So the token is actually Mashita. What is Master P? Is that like its stablecoin or something? Oh, you click on it and it just brings you to the same website again. That's helpful. All right, so soft relaunch of Mashita. Okay, so it's a relaunch, reintroduction of the ecosystem to the community and early adopters. So they're reintroducing it. That's a weird way to put it, right? End of August, official rebirth and grand opening of new headquarters. So I don't know where Jakarta office is. New identity, very interesting. Master P the rapper, right? Exactly, NW. You pulled that thought right out of my mind. Ecosystem utility phase. So launch fully functional Mashita app. Why did they do the roadmap like this? You have to go up and then you have to go down. You have to go up and you have to. That just didn't seem like. And then like why the skinny 2 words column? I don't know. That I don't really love, but what can you say? Here are some CEO, COO, and the community manager. Explore Mashita's vision. So we believe that trust is built on clarity. We have prepared a comprehensive set of documents that define the fundamentals of Mashita, from our fundamental strategy, mission, and to our technology and security protocols. White paper, privacy and policy, project overview, and tokenomics and distribution. Download file, sketchy. I'm not downloading the file, not from this random website. No way. It's probably fine, but you can't get me. Okay, so we got a touch of it. How do we categorize it? It's AI-powered dApps. So like AI would be the big category, maybe dApps and on-chain economy to niche it down a little bit more so we can kind of structure it. Because to me, it's all about being able to look at stuff and know what it is. Cryptomaniac says, more new people coming every live. Yeah, you know what they say, if you build it, they will come. And we're building it. Underground, I put $30 on Binanceans and I'm up 200. What percent is that? Can you have a look at it? Well, I remember last time I tried to look at Binance, I had a heck of a time just trying to spell it right. But that's on me. It's like not spelled how you think it should be spelled. But I do remember it had that 444 in its contract. Come on. Let me paste it. I love when nothing is cooperating. Paste. Okay, so this is the right one. It has that 444 in the contract. I usually just like post the contract in the web browser. All right, so yeah, so this is it. And where do we pump from? Where did we get in at? Wow. So look at my TA. It's down here. And I honestly didn't buy this thing all that seriously. But, you know, here's a good thought. If BNB coin is going to go nuts, then things around BNB are going to go nuts, right? So we were looking at it down here. And look at that. I mean, look at that TA, though. That is some beautiful TA, and I'm not even a TA channel here, but you see that drop, and then we had our measured move, and I mean, it nailed it. Even gave you a little bit more, and it's continued to run. I was about to go to sleep one night, and we've been talking a ton about Binance Alpha and all of this different stuff, so I just went ahead and went to the Alpha on MEXC Global. I saw it pop up like a notification, and I was like, I forgot that MEXC Global had an alpha section, and I just bought $5 of it because that was all the money I had just hanging around, and this thing absolutely ran. So that was a good call. And then Blues guy, he grabbed some up, I guess just because he saw me buying it, and it did him pretty well, huh? So now what are you gonna do? Look at that, like, inverted head and shoulder. That's cool. Maybe we're gonna continue here. Very rounded. They say rounded bottoms pay the bills, right? So did they figure out how to have a website yet? Do they have a website for us to look at? Because I'd kind of like to look at a website. Not seeing a website. Gecko Terminal. It's not something I look at all the time, so it is now up to a 8.1 million market cap. Yeah, we bought super low. Yeah, we absolutely did. Who knows? If I turn $5 into $500, I'd be real happy. Oh no, Blues guy, I'm definitely not a TA master. No. We all know who the TA master is. I don't even want to get to where we're even doing TA. This channel's meant to compliment, right? Quantum resistant ledger. That's an interesting name right there. 141.9 million in market cap. It's on a roll, yep. Yeah, Blues guy says, I asked Underground what's the coin. He answered, I don't know. So I bought it too. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I have no idea. I just saw it. There were like 3 or 4 coins to choose from, and Binance just, I don't know, it seemed like the one. I'm gonna add more. Well, hopefully we don't get too too deep and then it starts dumping on us, right? That wouldn't be cool. Like to see BTC stabilize. Right now, I mean, we could have a pullback, but I don't see Bitcoin doing anything crazy. But that's just me and my own thoughts, and anything could happen. So there's a really high spike at one point. What's the height of this thing? It says it was at $3.87, but that was over 7 years ago. So this thing is that old. What the world max chart says June 17th, 2017. And then what? It just pumped today, like 63.4%. Oh no, that's the max chart. Sorry, 7 day. There we go. We had this big pump though, from like $1.49 all the way up to $1.94. Little 15.8% 1%. I mean, in a lot of things, we're starting to really catch some pumps. I feel like a good indication a lot of times is when BTC kind of pulls back a little bit, not anything crazy, and the alts just don't even care, and they just keep ripping. That tells you there's a lot of strength. So that Cajun, of course, down 50% today. I guess if you believe in that coin long term, it could possibly be a good place to get in. I don't know. Oh, here's Darkstar. Somebody should recognize this game, since we be playing it all the time. I have it up literally over here. Looks like I need to reload it though. And that is the same coin right here. And it's up 22% in the last 7 days and 6% in the last 24 hours. Max chart says that's close enough, whatever. August 4th, 2025. So it hasn't been around that long. And honestly, it looks like it came out, it pumped up. It mostly has run sideways, made this little double bottom here, and then it's just continuing to trend up. Price action chart-wise doesn't really look too bad. It's not like a bloodbath where a lot of things come out and it just drops like 80% the first day and then maybe recovers, maybe never recovers. This has got $41.2 million in its market cap. It's pretty small. BNB and Kaya, which is, I'm pretty sure, a layer 1. I look forward to finding that coin today and going over it. We'll be hunting that one down. So GameFi, play to earn. We've been playing this, and I can't figure out what wallet I gave it. Everybody who's been here knows what I'm talking about. So once you get in the game and stuff, I gave it a wallet, which I'm assuming is where it's sending the coin, Darkstar, that I earn every day. And I have not found it. So in this little lucky box a day, there is like 100 USDT. Ooh, it was so close. But remember, it's all algorithmic and whatnot. Your odds of actually hitting it are pretty slim. So this game is pretty cool. But when I go to wallet, this is the wallet it's being sent to. And I know I put this wallet in there. I do remember doing it. But I feel like it was like one of their wallets that I had to make or something, you know? Not like a wallet I already had. And shout out to MemeX. MemeX is pretty cool. Definitely still posting there every day. I mean, just my Anoma review, which is just a picture because you can't post any videos or anything, which I think they're going to need to integrate over here on MemeX. It's like Twitter, but with Web3. And it's very centered around meme coins too. But I like it. It looks like a lot of fun. And for anybody who's new here, I mean, go to the campaign and look at what they're giving away over here. So $10,000, I think, to the top 30 people. And then after that, 5,000, 2,000, 800. I mean, they're giving to the top 500 people. I don't know how to know where I'm at with it, but I probably need to post a heck of a lot more. But we'll see. We'll see if we get anything out of it. It's definitely just kind of a fun thing to do. Miss Williams in the house. Good evening. Glad that you could be with us for sure. And I'm so happy to see this channel grow and people join in. It really is so much fun. All right, so we've gone over a lot of top gainers, top losers. It's starting to feel like it's time to transition into the layer 1. So this is CoinGecko, and this is the layer 1 category. Anybody could come here. This is not a secret. Hold on, wait, what is this? Top gainer photon. Did this just happen? All right. Let's go back and take a look at this real quick. Last coin we're going to look at before we get into our layer 1s. But that coin was not there a minute ago, was it? Okay, literally it's not even there now. Well, that's confusing. Look, it says top gainers photon at 112%. But here we're on top gainers, and the top gainer is 87.8%. And I've even refreshed it. That's so weird. What is this coin? And why doesn't it show it on the other one? That's very interesting. So Miss Williams says, for the moment at work, hey Blues, what are you getting more of, if you don't mind me asking? All right, Blues guy, tell her what you're getting some more of. So Photon, 9.7% down on its max chart, with the 24-hour pump here of 104. So why is it coming back to life? Why is it getting attention? Let's go to like the 3-month chart. Man, it hasn't done anything for a while. It went really flat. Then it's pumped. Oh, very small market cap. So no, this thing is very high risk. All right, that sneeze came out of nowhere. Everybody never mind that sneeze that just happened, right? All right, let's go back. Sorry, I got distracted because there was a top gainer that was not actually on the top gainer list that we just went over, and it's still not there. So layer ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, okay? Most people are going to know these big layer ones, and I've done a review about layer ones where we broke down a lot of these. But what I really wanted to do today is I wanted to come down and really just look at layer one projects that are, I don't know, a little bit not as much on our radar, right? So MemeCore is probably the first one that's a little bit newer. I mean, Near Project, Aptos, Monero, Chronos, Ton, like these have been around, right? Litecoin, literally the old coins. At least Litecoin is very old. So I just really want to focus this stream into looking at very small L1s, ones that are maybe newer. And shout out to anybody who's coming through. If you're new and you haven't dropped a comment yet, put a comment in the comments so that we can know that you're here. So MemeCore looking pretty nice here, chilling at about $2, 3.4 billion in its market cap. I mean, we've been to the website. MemeX is affiliated. This is what we were just looking at. Very much affiliated with MemeCore, the first layer one blockchain specifically built for memes. So since we're here, actually what I want to do is yesterday we decided to go, and its website is wild. Like there's so much going on that it's like lagging out. Let's go to their ecosystems though. They do have a faucet where I believe you should be able to get some free. Oh wait, that was the wrong thing. Okay, no, it still takes me to it. So this is a faucet, MemeCore Insectarium faucet. It gives you something. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. Whenever I try to find it, I don't know, it doesn't really say. So let's go to custom MemeCore. So we're on MemeCore, and I put in my address here. If you don't know what a faucet is, it's where they will give you a little bit. Oh, it says wait 24 hours. How has it not been 24 hours since we did this? I wish they'd give me a countdown, because if it hasn't been 24 hours, we're like shy, you know, maybe 20-30 minutes here. So I'm actually keep that up. We'll come back to that. But a faucet is usually used in like a test net, right? So when you're in the test net, you can come grab a little bit of coin so that you can run around in the ecosystem and do some stuff, right? And MemeCore just looks like such an interesting product, right? So MemeCore is the creative studio to make memes last forever. Meme 2.0 is the beginning of a viral economy. It's pretty dope, honestly. As far as like fun and retail goes, it just seems like kind of draws you in, right? Like it would be a lot of fun. What is Blues Guy saying? $450 speeding ticket. I wanted to come home in time for the stream. Oh, he says kidding. Okay. Glad you're kidding, man, because I don't want you getting big tickets hurting your bank account just to make it to the stream. If it takes you an extra minute, no big deal. But I do also appreciate that you would be rushing. But he does say he's kidding, right? In Meme 2.0, every click, every trade, every burn counts. So you have TVL loss. That's an interesting way to do that. Hard work shows the proof of the effort. So Palm is the core mechanism of the Meme 2.0 paradigm, an evolutionary framework built to support the life cycle of a meme coin. Okay. Key concepts. So we have the Meme Vault. A Meme Vault is an on-chain reward pool that distributes incentives to contributors, driving the growth of each project's ecosystem. MemeRC20, right? Like an ERC20, but this is on MemeCore. I really like this as a layer 1. If they keep building and stuff, I don't know, 3.4 billion in its market cap could be seen as relatively small in hindsight, right? See what's going on in the chat. Said, I just saw your post that you were going at add more to your bags. I was wondering what coins it was. That's all. Oh, we were talking about Binanceans that we bought on Mexi Global Alpha, which is like their version of Binance Spotlight. And that's Binanceans. And the contract, the right contract, because there are a couple of them, ends in like 4444. So Viral Grants Reserve. The Viral Grant Reserve is the reward pool that accumulates 10% of block rewards each epoch to support meme vaults that satisfy eligibility criteria and Palm contributors. The Palm is a fundamental, dependent, and active engagement of its core contributors who collaborate efforts are essential for the successful operation. All right. MemeCore is just a really dope looking project. If you like the artwork and things around memes, if you like kind of this metaverse look, you know, are they hinting at something here? It would be nice if maybe their website was a little bit smoother. Doesn't seem like it's crazy graphics, so I'm not quite sure why it's so unsmooth. If anybody else goes to this website, let me know if it's smoother for you than it is for me. But even when I come to this and I'm not streaming, it's still not the smoothest. But it looks awesome. I would love to see them actually launch like a real metaverse, even if it's not virtual reality, but just a metaverse of some sort where you can run around, and that would take this project to all kinds of new heights, right? So there you go. There's an L1 that's new. Now, historically, L1s have had the best return on investment. Not financial advice. That's actually a fact, so I can state it. Layer 1s historically have had the best return. Blues guys making fun of me in there. All right. I see how it is. He says, make sure you spell it, type it correctly. Yeah, I don't know why. The other day, that word Binanceans was just absolutely messing me up. Might have been a little tired, too. So, Story. Story is another one. Story, or ticker IP, is a very interesting project as well. The chart on the 3-month looks pretty good. Here is the max chart. And I mean, look, it's up 390% from February 12th, 2025 when it came out at $1.90. Had a high all the way up at $13.78, and then it's pulled back. Yeah. Blue Sky says use 2 hands. Exactly. When I type with 1 hand, I'm garbage. If I type with 2 hands, I'm not so bad. Yeah, Story is all about capturing your own or monetizing. Sorry, capturing is maybe not the best word. So it's about ownership and monetization of your own IP. So AI native infrastructure for IP. AI's next leap depends on unlocking 80 trillion IP asset class. Story tokenizes IP and makes it programmable from ownership to remix to monetization. Let's go down and see what else they got to say. AI runs on IP. So Story is a purpose-built to solve AI's biggest bottleneck. Is purpose-built to build AI's biggest bottleneck. I don't know why that sounded weird. Access to rights cleared, specialized, and real-world data. So this has very much to do with AI, but they've seen somewhere where there's a bottleneck, where there's a lot of stagnation in AI, and they want to fix it. So Story is the infrastructure layer that makes IP and real-world data programmable, enforceable, and monetizable. Programmable licensing, machine ready, legal enforceable, and ready for autonomous workflow. Yeah, not financial advice, exactly. IP tokenization, so tokenize, stake, trade, and combine IP into new tradable portfolios. On-chain enforcement, automated attribution and royalties across derivative graphs. Man. Unlock IP's full potential. Story powers new licensing and monetization models across industries and applications. AI companies, data providers, biomedic partners, institutional funds. You can see the applications, brands, and entertainment creators, and they've done a really good job. I remember when this coin first launched, and I watched a decently long interview with the creator, I guess, or the creating team. I think there was kind of one guy leading it, but there were obviously other people involved. He didn't build it all by himself. Oh, they have a faucet too, huh? But this is testnet, huh? So when you see a faucet and the coins they're going to give you are testnet coins, unless you're actually working in the testnet. I mean, this is just what I was saying about meme coin. A lot of times, the faucet is really just for testnet. So if they're giving you actual on-chain coins, well, then that's a good look. Don't be greedy. Wait 24. I don't know. Remember when we did it, but I feel like it should have been 24 hours from now. And so yeah, this layer 1 looks like it's going to be cooking. It looks like it solves a real problem. It looks like they're going to have a lot of staying power. So underground sounds like you might start a cold. If so, oregano oil, dropper under tongue. Yeah, exactly. Yo, I appreciate that. So Charles Stone says Ethereum, dog. Okay. Like, you want me to look at Ethereum? We are talking about layer 1s. And I don't think I am coming down with a cold, to be honest with you. I just think that it's really stuffy in the car that I've been in for like 7 hours. But who knows? Who knows? Charles Stone, what do you want me to do with Ethereum? I mean, I'll pull it up. I'll pull up Ethereum. We are looking at layer 1s. I don't know if you want like an opinion about Ethereum. I own a few Ethereum, that's for sure. I bought most of mine around like 1900, so we're up. We're looking good on that one. Look at that max chart though. Insane. 157.9 thousand max chart. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to blow my nose. All right, that's better. Wicked sneeze. Ethereum about to pump soon, in my opinion, says Blues Guy. Yeah, I absolutely believe that Ethereum's going to pump soon. I mean, we're at that point in the market, right, where like, are you going to see, we talk about this a lot, but for anybody who's newer here, are you going to see altcoin season never happen in a bull run? Are you going to see elongated cycle? I mean, those are really kind of your two options as far as Ethereum and altcoins go. It's rather going to go a full bull run cycle as normal and do the whole bear market and everything, and you not really see an altcoin season, or we're going to get an altcoin season, right? So if we do, Ethereum's going to run. Now, I do hear a lot of people talking about, Ethereum going to 20K. Could it? Possibly. I don't think 10K is unheard of. The all-time high was very close to 5,000. See what they recorded at. A lot of people say it's 5,000, but it's really 4,946. And it says that was a month ago? Is that legit? How could that be a month ago? I don't know. That doesn't sound right. About 1 month, it was sitting at 4,946. I don't think that's true. But either way, a double up from here. I mean, remember though, a double up from here means that Ethereum's market cap goes over $1 trillion. Not impossible. Definitely not impossible. But that's a lot of money. I mean, you got to remember it's number 2 already. So I hope that was helpful. If you had a more specific question, Charles Stone, I would love to hear it, and then we could go over that. But for now, I'm going to move on. Ethereum's a big one. Everybody knows Ethereum. So I was really looking for more small layer 1s. Here's Flare Network. That's a layer 1. Psi. Hear people say it totally different. So let's look at Psi for a minute, right? Because I don't know. I feel like people lump Psi and Sui together a lot, but they're definitely very different. 1.7 billion in the market cap of Psi. I know this is one that the lifer expects to get some movement, obviously, if we get an altcoin season. Look at Orhan coming in with the triple chat, says hello. What's up, Orhan? I was hoping you'd show up. I thought maybe you overslept your alarm. You weren't going to show up. So we're looking at Psi. Psi is purpose built for trading. From what I heard, they want to be the blockchain of trading, which honestly, with all of these dexes and perpetuals, derivatives, dexes, I could see this being kind of the back end for those things. I mean, a lot of them have already launched and they have their own stuff built. But if this is purposely built for trading, who knows? They might integrate some of its products. So Psi Giga upgrade. So they had some kind of upgrade. The fastest layer 1 EVM blockchain built high frequency app that settles at 400 milliseconds, processes 10,000 transactions for as low as 5 cents. Oh, he says who got stopped out. I don't know, Orhan, did you get stopped out? My stop loss got hit. Does that count? But I was up like 200%, so I mean I can't be too mad about that. Coinbase, so backed by leading institutions. So you got Circle, Coinbase, Multicoin Capital, HRT, real-time speed for endless innovation. Psi's battle-tested EVM architecture enables robust security at scale, ideal for Web2 like experiences, high-frequency trading, and reimagining what is possible on-chain. Read more about upcoming Psi Giga upgrade, and we're going to take a look at that in just a minute. But this high-frequency trading is really what this thing has been built for. Let's take a look at this upgrade they got going on. Yeah, Orhan says yes. All right, well, if you got stopped out, I hope you got stopped out in profit. So Psi Labs publishes white paper for Psi Giga, the first multi-purpose proposer. I had it right the first time. Shouldn't have doubted myself. The first multi-layer proposer EVM layer 1 blockchain. And what does it really do? What's the takeaway here? So 5 gigas, there's a word that's fun to say, 5 gigas throughput and 200k transactions, optimized for scalable high performance application, sub 400 millisecond finality, fast transaction confirmed for latency. So maybe they are the fastest, because I know Solana just got a really big upgrade, but I don't really know how it stacks up and compares to this or really anything else. EVM compatible, so that's really important. Supports Ethereum smart contracts. Autobahn consensus, so think about what the Autobahn is. Uses a multi-proposer architecture that enables parallel blockchain proposals, enabling 50x improvement in throughput. This is all big stuff. Now, tech doesn't usually equal price go up. Not usually. Rather than using Reth or Geeth, Psi AI uses an entirely new EVM client rebuilt from scratch, increasing performance and efficiency. Okay, so they have something unique. I think that's important. And then async state commitments. Rather than generating a state commitment as part of consensus, Psi generates Acroniously? Yeah, I think I don't know what the heck that word is. Removing it from capital. I don't get to practice these words ahead of time. And I don't think I'm coming down with a cold, but definitely my sinuses are really stuffed up. Probably because I had passed out before we started the stream. And when I sleep, my sinuses always get really messed up. All right, let's see what else we got here. Small layer ones. I mean, we don't need to go over Filecoin, XDC network. It's been a while since that was really relevant. I really wanted to look at this, though. Let's look at Kai. Sonic, obviously, the rebrand. Can anybody tell me what Sonic is the rebrand of? What coin rebranded to Sonic? So Kaya at 14 cents, $831.3 million in its market cap. So pretty big market cap, honestly. Look at that pullback, though. We're on the month chart. Let's go to the max chart. So it's been around since October 28th, 2024. It did shoot up really high here to 39 cents on December 2nd, 2024. There's a lot of bullishness in the air at that point. And then it's had a pullback, that's for sure. Chilled around 10 cents for a while, had a nice pump, and then we've been chilling here more in like the 15 to 16 region. Currently at 14 cents. Let's go to their website. So, welcome to Kaya, where your Web3 journey begins. Yep, Blue Sky said Phantom. Ding, ding, ding. That is the right answer. Kaya Wave, powering Asia's on-chain future. This looked like it was a video. All right. A familiar gateway to the brave new Web3 world. Formed through the merger of Clayton and Finchia blockchain, initially developed by Kakao and Line, respectively, Kaya brings Web3 to the fingertips of hundreds of millions across Asia. Just murdering the words out here today. Easy for development, simple for use. I mean, it sounds really cool. Got to ask yourself, what is their niche? Is there room for us to care about another big L1 project? I don't know. So what do we got going on here? We went through the portal. This is kind of their Web3. You can connect your wallet. I think it's silly when there's projects like this and they don't have like a Web3 dashboard, right? So is this for airdrops? Yeah. So farm 50% APR and get more airdrop points. Not potential, but points. Daily missions. All these different tickets. I don't really know what that means. Super Walk ticket is a bonus for every 100 GRND spent. Super Walk NFT trades in total. So it's got its own little ecosystem cooking. Let's go to Discover. All right. So then they have lots of different pairs here that you could go through. Of course, assuming most of these things are native to its own ecosystem. Mini dApps. What is this Everglades? I saw that referenced for sure. Something went wrong. Okay. Well, fix it. Something continuing to go wrong. It's not showing us. All right. All right. How's the mic level? How's the music? Seems pretty good. Let me get something to drink. And I am definitely running on a lack of sleep for anybody out there who's wondering why I might seem a little tired today. I had to get up super early to drive to Miami. Mike is good. Thank you, Orhan. Appreciate that. Is there music? There should be, but I hear you. I didn't hear the music. Oh, looks like the music did stop. Did we get to like the bottom? All right, there should be music now. Blues Guy says, I've been having internet connection issues this past week. Cell phone signal the same. Anybody else? No, not really, Blues Guy. Not as far as phone goes or anything. But, I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of issues. Because a lot of times it has moments of stupidity in their network, for sure. All right, well, I figured that covers Kaya. I was kind of wondering what it is. It's very interesting. It is dumping currently, so that, I don't know, could create opportunity. And look how like almost all of these coins look exactly the same. They all follow Bitcoin. None of them have gotten away from Bitcoin, right? So Zero Gravity Labs, also another L1. Flow. What is Flow? Yeah, lots of these moments. Buy API 3, not financial advice. Orhan's trying to get you guys to pump his bag. Solid. Flow. Down 94.8%. Oof. This thing got beat down. Came out about $6. Had a high, it never wants to give me the exact top here, of about $39 in 2021. That was some time ago, so this is not new. I will get their website for a half a second. Build the next killer app. I don't know. I would say the project got killed. Powering apps from brand companies across the world like NFL, Disney, and NBA, Samsung. I don't know. Something went terribly wrong. Because they have absolutely been crushed. I mean, the thing looks like a rug pull. Can't wait to go to the chiropractor tomorrow. Cake B&B API 3 surviving. Pump my bags, guys. Orhan, you're hilarious. Thanks for always being here, Orhan. I appreciate you. So let's roll into another project here. Chili's. I'm really just trying to look at layer ones that I don't know what they are. Gnosis. I do remember this coin for sure. Do I remember exactly what it is? Not exactly. 2017. The chart doesn't look horrible on the max chart for sure. This looks like an epic rally here from $9 all the way to $584 in 2000. That's an altcoin season right there for you guys. My goodness. That thing ran from $10 to $500 and something dollars. That is crazy. That's wild. All right, 400.4 million in its market cap. Ethereum contract, Gnosis chain, Energy, and Arbitrum. Energy is another one I see a lot that I want to pull up, so hopefully we get to that one today. Says, can we take a quick look at API 3 ticker? Is so weird, but it's legit. Okay, yeah, Orhan, we could do that. Open it in a new tab so we can keep where we were. Max chart says November 29th, 2020. This thing has been around for a while. Orhan says that's not exactly, man. Talk about gains. I mean, even with the tiniest bit of leverage too. My goodness. $132 million in its market cap. Let's look at that market cap. So it's been up to like 435 million. So this thing is down a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to go 24 hour. I want to go max. There we go. Total value locked, $0. What's up with that? Orhan says thanks. I don't know if they just have bad reporting, you know, through APIs. Oracles that pay you receive OEV rewards for your DeFi projects wherever you build. Okay. It says total OEV rewards paid, total updates through the 7th of each month, only $295,000? What? I don't know. This project seems very interesting. They are an Oracle. If you check their website, it's pretty nice. Well, we're here on their website. The website does look pretty nice. I'm a little bit surprised that it says they've only paid out $295,000. That's literally peanuts. Like that's nothing. Doesn't sound like they're paying people very well, if you ask me. I mean, they've been around since 2020 and they ain't even paid out $1 million to people. If that's their thing, if their whole thing is they pay you, that's not enough money. And there's nothing locked in the TVL. I don't know, Orhan. I'm not getting a great feeling about this project. Now, in the short term with the pumps and stuff, let's go to like the 1 month chart. I mean, it looks like it's had some nice pumpage out of this bottom here recently. So if you're just day trading it, maybe it's all right. I'd look to see what BTC is going to do. That's for sure. If it was me. Yeah. Well, we covered it. I don't know. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Gnosis. What is Gnosis.io? Fully stacked decentralized infrastructure and applications for an open internet. Reject all the cookies. Gnosis Studios, accelerating an open future. We build innovative projects and payments, identity and internet freedom, driving changes and shaping the future of decentralized technology. Gnosis Chain, secure, resistant, decentralized, powered by 200 plus validators and securely connected to the Ethereum blockchain. Gnosis Chain extends Ethereum with lower transaction costs. Gnosis VC, funding Web3 innovation. We backed early stage projects and decentralized infrastructure, real world asset, and financial rails, driving the future of Web3. Decentralized governance, shape our strategy and decision making. Join us to build more open, democratic internet. So you get the gist of it. Seems like a pretty cool project. How long did we say it had been around for? Since like 2017 though. And has it done much in the last month? Yeah, a nice little pump there. From $128 to $158. It's pretty decent. Still not the biggest market cap. Not a coin you hear about a lot though, right? Orhan says, thanks for the insight. Definitely slightly sus with the 295,000. Yeah, you'd think a project that is built around paying people for, being a part of it and has been around since 2020. I mean, they must be paying literally pennies at a time or something. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But best of luck if you're just day trading it or something. Who knows? Things come back to life and finally do something sometimes. And sometimes they don't. So Core. Also a very interesting chart. From February 7th, 2023, $385.9 million in its market cap. With some crazy pumps back into 2024, yeah, from 67 cents to $3.79. Now that's a pump. Let's go to their website, take a look at it. So stake Bitcoin, explore Bitcoin DeFi. So this is another Bitcoin DeFi play. Gotta get the drink going. Got the Spindrift for the sponsor. Shout out to Spindrift for sponsoring the channel. I'm just kidding. They obviously didn't. That is fake news. It says Corium, interesting. A lot of DeFi projects right now, right? I mean, Does that mean Bitcoin DeFi is going to finally do something? I don't know. I gotta say, from as many times as I've watched this narrative bubble up and then fizzle out, I don't have the most faith that Bitcoin DeFi is really going to get a lot of attention publicly. But then again, at some point, you think it's got to happen, right? Fully trustless Bitcoin staking, transforming ideal Bitcoin into a yield-generating asset, powering Bitcoin DeFi. And I mean, it's like all the same stuff. We've been over so many Bitcoin DeFi projects lately. Powering safe Bitcoin yields at scale. No principal sign, multi-sig, principal risk. So you can categorize it as Bitcoin DeFi. What else do we not recognize? I said not understand. Shout out to anybody hopping in. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Research Show. We are looking at layer 1 projects. This is Kava. Max chart doesn't look so hot. Looks like it's been around since October 25th, 2019. So this is an old coin here. It's got an Osmosis contract address. It's got categories like Binance Launchpad, layer 1, made in the USA. And let's go check out their website. So what has Kava got to tell us, right? What is Kava, other than obviously being a layer 1? It says, leading the world to Web3. Kava is a decentralized blockchain that combines the speed and interoperability of Cosmos with the developer power of Ethereum. So Akash, 1 million validator incentive program. For the latest news, follow Kava on Twitter. Most people should know that. Build, deploy, and rise, right? Protocols that are the most important value driver to Web3. That's why Kava develops Kava Rise, an easy Web3 step program to get developers to launch on Kava. So they're porting people over relatively easy, leading Web3 growth. 125 dApps built on Kava. Let's look at their ecosystem. I love ecosystems. I love to see projects that have vibrant ecosystems, projects that are native to their ecosystem, and not projects that are just in every ecosystem. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, technically that's like interoperability. That's what we want. But when you see a lot of projects built specifically for an ecosystem or a chain, it just shows you that there's a lot of attention and development around that ecosystem. So we have Kinetic, the first decentralized perp exchange, right, on Kava. I'm surprised that hasn't been pumping. So what did this WAGMI unlock? The power of DeFi with WAGMI. And all-in-one platform for trading. A lot of trading stuff going on here. First two projects trading. Alchemy Pay. That's one you should probably know. Curve. Stargate. So Stargate is a fully composable liquidity transport protocol. Check the chat. Chat looks good. Sushi Swap. So funny if you watch the numbers. Like all of a sudden we'll get this big pump from YouTube. It'll send like 10 people in here. And then it'll fizzle out. Gotta get them to stay, right? Beefy Finance. So Beefy is a decentralized multi-chain yield. Then you got Abracadabra, borrow leverage, earn yield. Mar Finance, not Mara, but Mar. Obviously financial. Finance is decentralized lending protocol. Hoover Innovate Lending Protocol, bringing capital efficiency to Kava. Injective and Scrub Money. Scrub Money is a decentralized cross-chain ecosystem currently building a fully backed stablecoin. And here is Blue Sky backing me up in the chat with all the facts. You can launch the app. Let's check out the app. Oh, it's not available in my region. Who would have thought? So Kava does not like American users, and they don't want any of our American money. So good for them. WeMix, Decred, Cubic. I did a big review of Cubic. How's Cubic been doing? Cubic is one of the reviews that I did on the channel that actually did really well. Back before I was live streaming, when I had very little followers, or subscribers I should say, and no Discord. 230 million in its market cap. Of course, the max chart of everything looks not so hot, because especially if the coin's been around for a long time. You notice all of these that have been around since, what does this say, 2023, so not even as far back. All the charts look the same. We have bear markets. It crushes everything. Welcome to crypto. And yeah, this is Cubic. I guess I'll pull up their website. I feel like most people probably know what Cubic is. Fastest blockchain ever. How often do we see this? Who is going to hold these people accountable for claiming that they're the fastest blockchain ever? I'm telling you that somebody is the fastest blockchain ever, and everybody else is not. I guess. I mean, there's different metrics too, so I guess it could get really complicated from there. AI Garth. That's what I really remember from the review that I did. And if you really want to know more about it, go check out the pre-recorded video I have on Cubic. I doubt it's outdated because it wasn't that long ago. And now I'm just looking for L1s. I wish I could search L1s based off of when they came out. That would be a really cool factor. Here's some filters. So it does have some filters, but it doesn't look like when the project came out. That would be something CoinGecko really needs to integrate. Need to write a letter to CoinGecko. Tell them that. That's what we need. All right, back down the list. Astar. I know we looked at this the other day. 219 mil. Been around since 2022, down 90.8%, got crushed. Infinite max supply, connecting you to Web3. Is it actually doing what it's supposed to? I don't know. We did literally just look at this like yesterday. Let's go to their portal and see if we like what we see here. Will they even let us use it? No, they did let us use it. They have a bridge. Let's go right to their ecosystem. The heart of a project is its ecosystem. Not seeing a lot of projects that I would know personally. Alchemy seems to and Alchemy Pay and Alchemy Ventures. I mean, triple Alchemy there. They do kind of seem to be in everything. And they do have where you can like just click just backers. Coinbase Ventures backing it. How about social? Very interesting. What is this? Lost Meta. Find some really interesting projects out there that you just wonder how in the world you've never heard of. Do we want to check our eligibility on this random airdrop? No, I really don't. Lost Meta AI powered social poker games. Okay. Website looks pretty cool. Lost Meta. Never heard of it. Is this a gem we stumbled upon or another irrelevant coin fading off into the future? Have no idea. But with a testnet faucet and the airdrop check, it's probably a relatively new thing. It says Barachain Monad. Were you gonna say Monday or something? Barachain is a cool project. It's a fork of Ethereum code. And it's a proof of liquidity. Barachain's definitely up here. Did we pass Barachain already? Orhan says API 3 is going Melt faces. He said, "Oh my god, I just realized my comment sounds like a bot comment." Orhan, are you actually a bot? This whole time, and Orhan was really just a bot. Crazy. You think you know somebody. Alright, I'll just type in Barachain because that'll be easier. I did a review of Barachain, a pre-recorded video. Also, did anybody like or even watch my Anoma review? For all my main underground cryptians, you probably feel like you know Anoma project pretty well, but just please go watch it and drop a comment. It just helps your boy out, build the channel. At least drop a comment even if you're not going to watch it, right? So, Barachain, number 259 by market cap, $327.8 million in it. I'm high frequency trading bot. Hey, Orham, we're here for it. As long as you stick around and keep dropping comments, you're good. You could be a bot if you want to be if you want. $8.58 it came out, and it's kind of just tumbled from there. That was back in, that was literally February 5th, 2025, so that was not very long ago, and it's down 70%. Fun. And they don't have a website? That can't be right. Well, let's go to their Twitter. They have to have a website. It's Barachain. I've been to their website. I know they have a website. Yeah, Barachain.com. I don't know what's going on with CoinGecko. They need to get their ish together. So it's up only. I like this website because it starts at the bottom of the website, right? And then it's up only because you have to scroll up. Clever. An EVM identical layer 1 aligning security and proof and liquidity powered by proof of liquidity. I know what it is, so I want to get ahead of it and say it, but I need to just chill and read it. So proof of liquidity creates an cooperative economy that rewards working capital by aligning incentives across the network. And we have this like the airbender avatar, the airbender kind of artwork. Very fun. So systematically build liquidity, solve stake centralization, align protocols and validators. Core principles. So defragmenting liquidity, turbocharging applications, and high accessible. Here's kind of their ecosystem here. The Bara ecosystem. And because they're a fork of Ethereum, anybody can pretty much port over their project to Barachain. Super easy. Okay, so you have Bara Hub, which is swaps, pools, rewards, vaults, and validators. And Honey, which is like the stable coin of the project, right? Which makes sense. You got a Barachain, Honey. It all works really well together. And then you have the Beacon Kit for EVM identical blockchain SDK enabling. So for developers, started as an NFT project for fun in the DeFi ecosystem, and then it just keeps going. If you want to join us, they got careers. Here's all their social tags. All the tags actually work. It's pretty cool. Nice. Let's go back to this faucet. I'm like, can I just have give me my money? It has to have been 24 hours. Okay. 450 M, which is meme core. You can claim up to 450 meme core every 24 hours. The weird thing is then like I go to my wallet and I don't see meme core anywhere. Tokens, meme core, 0, none. Zilch, nada. That part is so weird though. It's like it says they're sending me them, but I don't see them at all. Is it testnet? Is this testnet stuff and they're just not like saying testnet? Sorry you guys can't see my MetaMask wallet pop up. Yeah, and it just doesn't really come through on anything though. It's very odd. I've gotten coins from many faucets in the day, in my days. And you would think that you would see it pop up in your wallet. It's usually instant. I don't know. I don't think this thing is giving me anything actually, to be honest with you. I think this is giving me nothing. And you can literally go see your transaction on the Explorer. It says confirmed. Burn fee. Transaction fee. But then where is it? Yeah, add. Oh, here we are. Public testnet. So I can click this and add it to my. This is actually a cool little thing. So this custom network is not currently recognized. And so I was right. This is testnet stuff. I don't know why they kind of throw this up here like it's an actual, you know, like it's the actual coin, and it doesn't say anything about testnet unless I totally missed it. No, I'm reading it over. Nothing about testnet. So yeah, this is a testnet. This is testnet transaction only. Well, that's stupid, and they should have said that, because I don't need testnet coins, okay? You can't do anything with a testnet coin. Well, I hope everybody's having a good time here. We are rolling into an hour and a half. I'm actually going to hop off. I hate to disappoint you guys, but the truth is that I almost didn't stream today, but I just had to make it happen, right? I had to show up for you guys. We had a good time. We looked at some layer 1 projects. Tomorrow I'll be back, well put together as usual. Today was kind of a cuff. I woke up like 45 minutes before I had to be on stream, right? And threw everything together. So I just wanted to make it happen for you guys, right? And show up, because I think that's the most important thing. We went over what's trending. Honestly, especially in the beginning of these lives, the most important thing is just us keeping a pulse on what is trending. Blue Sky says, I'm having a fabulous time. Well, I'm glad you are. You always show up and support the community. I think that's awesome. Go and rest, brother. You made it when you were not supposed to stream. We are grateful. Face Value still here. Says, good stuff, man. Hey, I appreciate you being here. Definitely hop in that Discord. I'd love to see you over there. And I love when people stick around for a while. You must have been here most of the time since the beginning of the stream. So that's awesome, man. They got some MVP points coming your way. I am a little off my game today, Face Value. So if you like this stream, you're going to really love tomorrow's stream. Face Value, if you haven't been here as a part of this community, we've been going over a project called Anoma quite a bit. So I do have some like 6 hours worth of deep diving Anoma, but if you want to kind of skip those 6 hours and not have to watch all of that, I just put out a pre-recorded video about Anoma. You might want to go check it out. Not financial advice. Face Value, did you join the Discord? Yeah, Blues guy, it's exactly what I just said. We love having great people in our community, so if you want to hop on over, I think he already did join actually, because he said the link worked, so he's already there. And with that, I appreciate everybody for being here. We made it happen. It's another day of live streaming, and tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be on it tomorrow, so you guys don't worry. I'm gonna be back with a crypto IQ raising stream for everybody. The Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday stream are really, we're always raising our crypto IQ, but for me, those streams are really where we focus the most on raising our crypto IQ. So it'll be a good topic for us to talk about, right? All right, guys, have a good night. Like I said, stay underground, stay crypto, and I'll see you in the next video and also in the Discord. Have a great night, everyone.